Listen carefully, because this is something almost everyone feels, but almost nobody understands. Why does it feel impossible to buy a home? Why does rent eat half your income? Why do prices keep rising, even when people are struggling? This did not happen by accident. It was engineered. Think about your parents or grandparents. Many of them bought homes on one income and still had savings, vacations, and stability. Today, 2 people work, sometimes 3, and still barely survive. What changed? They'll say it's supply and demand or inflation, but that's only part of the story. The real story is that housing stopped being shelter and became a financial weapon. Banks, corporations, and investors realized that if you control housing, you control people. They started pumping money into real estate, buying entire neighborhoods and outbidding families. It's not a free market, it's a rigged market. And we're going to show you exactly how it works. Listen carefully, because this is something almost everyone feels, but almost nobody understands. Why does it feel impossible to buy a home? Why does rent eat half your income? Why do prices keep rising even when people are struggling? This didn't happen by accident. It was engineered. Think about your parents or grandparents. Many of them bought homes on a single income and still had food, savings, and stability. Today, 2 people can work, sometimes 3, and still barely survive. Still rent, still fall behind. What changed? They'll tell you it's supply and demand or inflation, but that's only part of the story. The real story is darker. Housing stopped being shelter and became an investment, a financial weapon. Once governments, banks, and corporations realized they could control people by controlling housing, everything changed. Regular people were priced out. This isn't a free market, it's a rigged market. And while you're told to just work harder, the prices just keep sprinting. Do you ever feel like the system is broken? Like something went wrong? Here's a tough truth. Nothing is broken. The system is working exactly as designed, and it's not designed to make you rich. It's designed to make you obedient. Think about it. From day one, you're taught to follow rules. Go to school, sit still, memorize, and repeat. You're trained to trade your time for a paycheck, to believe security is more important than freedom. Then comes the job, the debt, the mortgage. Suddenly, you're not just working for a living, you're working to pay off bills. Debt becomes an invisible prison, keeping you in jobs you hate and situations you want to escape. People in debt don't challenge the system, they comply. They don't take risks, they obey. The system doesn't want you to be free, it wants you to be dependent. It's time to wake up. Once you start seeing the cage, you can never unsee it. Once you recognize the pattern, every headline looks different. Every promise feels suspicious, because you realize the system doesn't care if you struggle. It only cares if you keep moving, working, paying, and consuming. As long as you do that, it doesn't matter how tired or hopeless you feel, you're still useful. They sell you financial advice. Save 10%, work hard, invest slowly, and retire at 65. Enjoy life later, always later. They tell you to delay living, delay freedom, delay your dreams. Why? Because predictable people are controllable and controllable people are profitable. If you believe retirement is 40 years away, you will tolerate misery today. If you believe freedom is distant, you will accept chains now. This is how they keep you in your place. They don't crush your dreams, they rent them to you. Follow to see how deep this really goes. Now that you see the system, the question becomes simple. What do you do with this knowledge? Because awareness alone doesn't change your life. Action does. And the goal is not to become angry. It is to become strategic. It is to become calm. It is to become dangerous to a broken system by no longer depending on it. Most people react emotionally. They get bitter, they get cynical, they blame everything except the structure itself. That is exactly what the system wants. Confused people are easy to control. Emotional people are easy to manipulate. Informed people are not. Real power is quiet. It's built slowly, privately, patiently. So what does strategic independence look like? It starts with understanding leverage. Not working harder, but working smarter. It means ownership of skills, assets, platforms, and information. These are modern power tools. Stay curious, stay calm, and stay independent.